Three, two, one. The Tennessee Titans are an interesting team. They got insanely better in free agency, and they are in a great position in the draft. They got they traded for Sneed. They signed Tony Pollard. They signed Mason Rudolph. I know it's not as much of a big signing, but I mean it's still good in case Will Levis isn't as good as we think he is. But yeah, they also have Will Levis. They also signed Calvin Ridley. They got a way better interior. They signed a huge contract. I cannot speak today for Lloyd Cushenberry, which that contract was insane. But they have gotten so much better. Like they just gotten so much better. But we're gonna be rebuilding this team. We're just gonna go for one Super Bowl right when we win the Super Bowl, unless it's like year one. But yeah, that is the goal for this video. I will do like longer videos, like dynasty rebuilds once I can like get better at making these videos shorter, because I keep making them like 4 hours long. But I'm gonna stop yapping now and let's jump into the rebuild. Alright, so this is what the roster looks like. I know it's not the prettiest, especially the O-line. Like, the overall's actually, yeah, okay, Andre Dillard. I mean, okay, in real life, they're projected to select a Joe Alt, probably, hopefully. I mean, in my draft. Well, I mean, I did have the Chargers moving down. If you guys didn't see that, you should go check it out. I'm actually pretty smart with my picks, I don't know the players, but I know the teams, which holes they have. So I go off based off positions, not how well I know each player. Like, oh, that's a slot guy. He will definitely fit there. But oh, this is gonna be fun. Holy fuck. Oh my god. The corners are insane. But I'm gonna cry. Bro, God. We got a strong safety, but we have no free safety, no middle linebackers, no D tackles, no edge. One off-ball linebacker who's actually good. Oh my god, this team, yeah, they have some pieces. But they also got fucking hella holes, bro. Holy shit. God damn. I thought they got a lot better, but they really didn't. Bruh, holy shit. I mean, they did get a lot better, but they're still fucking shit. Oh, yeah. This is. I'm gonna work my magic, and I'll let y'all know what I do. I'm gonna do some small trades. Nothing huge. Not trading away Tony Pollard or anything like that, or D-Hop. I'm not like Bingo. I don't fucking trade away our best players just because they're a little old. Like, holy fuck. But yeah, I'm gonna trade away, do some small trades, and I'll let y'all know, what our team looks like after. Alright, I know this is a little much, but I mean, the players we traded away are backups, and we only give up a fifth in 2025, and, or is that 2026? I can't even tell. I'm so blind, man. Is that, okay, 2026, and then a seventh in this year's draft. Our last pick in the draft for Gavon Dexter. He's 21 years old, or 22, something like that. And he's a 71 overall. He could develop very well, and we have nobody at D-tackle. I realize we actually have Travis Gibson at edge. He's just at a linebacker spot, so that's why I missed him. But yeah, we still need off-ball linebacker help, but at least we get rid of, or like, fill one hole so far. And he's young. He will develop, most likely, and he's a scheme fit. It works out. He's dirt cheap. So that's a W in my book. But next, or on to the next trade. Here, 1 second. This is being weird. Okay. Oh wow. I'm gonna be honest, I did not think this was gonna go through. Trading away Chris Hubbard and Kayvon Wallace, who are backups, to the Bills for Nicholas Morrow. He's 28, but he's a 76 overall, who's a scheme fit. I almost said hidden. I'm like, what? But I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good trade in my book. Like, I don't even think this is gonna go through. Chris Hubbard's like 32, and the Kayvon Wallace is like 26. Like, Just wow, the Bills got finessed. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. Now let's look at this roster. Here, let's see how. Okay, this is what it looks like now. I moved Skoronski to tackle just because he's basically the best old lineman, and I don't want Will Levis to get sacked like 20 times or more. What's that? 20 times is actually good. Like 50 times is what I mean, though. But then here is the defense. I still have not moved Travis Gibson down, so let me do that real quick. But I mean, this team is looking pretty good. Has a pretty good frame. We just gotta execute in the future, which is what the Titans need to do in real life. I think Jeffrey Simmons is a right end, so yeah, left end. Yes, he is. All right, so this is what. Okay, he's actually a left end. Oh wait, no, he's right end. Okay. So yeah, this is what the team looks like heading into year number 1. I'm gonna actually move this to a 4-3 since we have better D linemen. But yeah, this team looks pretty good. Wait, Roger McCreary can step up to safety if we want. Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take that offer up here. Let me change the scheme real quick. What the fuck? Just I go down and it takes me to Chidobe Awuzie. Okay. But yeah, I'll change the scheme. I'll let y'all know what I change it to. But yeah. Alright, here are the schemes and the playbooks. Offensive scheme is West Coast Zone Run. Defensive scheme, base 4-3. Offensive playbook, the 49ers. I actually haven't seen how well Will Levis can scramble because the 49ers have a lot of reads in their playbook. So I need to make sure you can actually scramble. And then the Chiefs' defensive playbook with L'Jarius Sneed there just seems perfect. Like, the Chiefs, their playbook is all about having insane corners. And that's like the only good part about this team, honestly. The receivers and the corners, man. But yeah, that's what the schemes and the playbooks are looking like heading into year number 1. I'll let y'all know if I change anything. But yeah, I think that'll probably be a mid-season mark if none of this works out. I will check though if Will Levis can scramble. If he can't, I'll tell you guys what I'm changing it to, literally in like 10 seconds. But if it just skips to mid-season, then I did not change it. But yeah, so you guys in like a couple seconds. All right, so I'm kind of gonna test something. I've never used the Cowboys offensive playbook before in a franchise, but I mean, if I think about it, like the Cowboys actually have a pretty good playbook. They usually do insanely well in Madden. It might be their defense, or just that the roster's insanely insane, insanely insane. But I mean, it is year 1, so I'm just gonna test this out. First half of the season until mid-season mark. If we're not doing very good offensively, then I'll switch the playbook. But yeah, I'm gonna have it on the Cowboys, at least for now. As I'm just curious, and okay, so the Falcons, they love to fucking pass. Barely ever, or not barely ever, but the running back just barely gets over 1,000 yards. Then for the Chiefs playbook, they both the Chiefs and the Falcons pass a lot, but the Chiefs usually get 1,200 yards with Pacheco, 1,300 yards. So a really good amount of yards, but they run more than the Falcons. And then there's also the 49ers. Those are the 3 playbooks I've only used. Oh, and the Ravens, but they run way too much. Fucking 200 yards average on a game and 200 passing yards. Yeah, fuck no. But yeah, so the 49ers, I like that. But it has Will Levis doing read options. And I do not like Will Levis's mobility. It is not horrible, but it's mid. It's like Baker Mayfield level. So I'm not trying to gamble on that. Because, I mean, I always see Brock Purdy's stats. God. And he's he's not even that athletic. And he gets an average of 2 yards, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm not trying to have that as Will Levis. So I'm just going to, try with the Cowboys playbook and just see what happens. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the mid-season mark. Hopefully we are doing well. Alright, so it isn't mid-season mark, but before I started simulating, I noticed something. I looked at Harold Landry and Arden Key, and they are both edge rushers. They both are edge rushers. I don't know the Titans at all, basically. I like heard of Harold Landry, of course. I knew his name. I just didn't know what type of player he was. I never really watched any film on him. I haven't watched any games, like Titans games, that often, and I don't really pay attention to the defense, to be honest. But yeah, I don't realize he was an edge rusher. So our off-ball linebackers are even worse. And I think I am. Okay, so first, I think I'm going to move Landry, Key, or Gibson to D-tackle one of them. I want to have good Dexter start, so only one of them, whoever's like a bigger body and shit like that. Just whatever, yeah, whoever would be better at D-tackle. And then I decided I'm going to move Roger McCreary, the third corner, who's a rookie currently, I'm pretty sure, or was a rookie last year. I'm going to move him to strong safety. I'm going to move Amani Hooker to free safety. And then that way Farley can start because he's young and he has star dev, 74 overall. Like, I want to start him, and McCreary is good at safety. He's only 1 overall less, so it just makes sense. So I'm going to do those things, and I'll show you guys what the roster looks like for real, like before we simulate to the midseason mark. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright, I moved some pieces around, and this is what our team looks like. We're not going to trade away anybody or trade for anybody. We're just going to go to the midseason mark right after this. But yeah, this is what the team looks like heading into that. Like, yeah, heading into the first half of year 1. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the mid-season mark. Hopefully we're doing well. Alright, at the mid-season mark, we are 0-6. Yeah, 0-6. That is insanely fucked. We're definitely changing a playbook. It's probably definitely not going to be defense, because I always have the Chiefs defense playbook, and we always do it with the Chiefs defensive playbook. I think it's offensive playbook, because, you know, it's the fucking Cowboys. And if you think about it, in real life, CeeDee Lamb literally gets almost all the targets. It's literally just, they only pass to wide receiver number 1. And Dak throws a lot of picks, so it kind of makes sense that we're doing kind of bad. So I'll definitely change it. I don't know what to yet, but I'll let y'all know. Alright, we're just going to have it on the KC offensive playbook. It'll be a lot of passing, and we have we have an insane wide receiver room. QB's not the greatest, but he can develop. Not like much more in this season, but he will. Hopefully he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, even though he's technically not really a rookie. But yeah, let's look at the stats now. But yeah, we're gonna be rocking with both KC playbooks for the rest of this season. And then if we don't win any games or go 0-17 or just like do insanely bad by the end of the season, we're probably we're definitely gonna switch something up. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. But now let's look at the stats. Alright, here are the stats. Will Levis has just over 1,400 yards, 10 TDs, and 7 picks. Not the greatest, but I mean, he is literally just throwing basically the wide receiver number 1 this entire time. 60% pass completion percentage, 7.7 average yards per attempt. Sacked 17 times already. Like, not insane, but still not good at all. It's a pretty high amount. Rushing, Tyjae Spears. Oh, wait, Tony Pollard must have been hurt or something. But Tyjae Spears has just over 160 yards with 0 TDs. Oh, God, what the fuck is that? I puked in my mouth. Oh, God. Holy shit. Oh, my God, what the fuck? Will Levis rushed for 115 yards and 0 TDs. Tony Pollard has rushed for almost 101 TD. How many games did he miss? He played 3 games and he only has 95 yards. 190. Oh my 3.7 average. It's not that he isn't doing well. It's that he's not getting the fucking ball. Like, oh my god, we definitely. Like, I'm never doing the Cowboys fucking playbook again. Nah. Oh my god. That was just a little experiment since it is year one. But D Hop has already 500 yards on the dot and 3 TDs. Traylon Burks has literally just over 360 yards and 6 TDs. Wow. I was about to say like almost 400, but yeah, I'd rather see it. Okay. And then the tight end Chigoziem Okonkwo has just over 200 and 0 TDs. Calvin Ridley with just over 170 and 0 TDs. And yeah, that's really it for receiving. Not horrible receiving, not horrible, but obviously D-Hop's getting all the targets. Except for, him and Traylon Burks. The third, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know anymore. I'm going to stop rambling. Okay, defense, Nicholas Morrow has 43 tackles, Jeffrey Simmons with 32, and Amani Hooker with 28. Then tackles for loss. Jeffrey Simmons has 6, Harold Landry with 4, and Nicholas Morrow with 3. Then sacks. Jeffrey Simmons with 5.5, Harold Landry with 2.5, and Nicholas Morrow with 1, and Arnie with 1. Alright, interceptions. L'Jarius Sneed has 3, Chidobe Awuzie has 1, and Amani Hooker has 1. Wow, okay. And that's really it for the stats. Yeah, nothing insane, but it's still pretty good. Except rushing. Rushing's the worst thing. Team stats, offensive yards was 30th, defensive yards 13th, points scored 29th, and the points allowed is 27th. Oof. We're allowing a lot of points, but the yards is actually pretty good. We turn over the ball a lot. 7 picks already, so, yeah, that's not good. Hopefully we can turn that around, and hopefully we can make the playoffs. That is definitely our goal. For any team that's still undefeated. The Eagles are 6-1, Rams are 6-1, Ravens are 7-0. That is it. We're the only team that is winless so far in the league. But yeah, Micah Hyde of the Browns. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. But yeah, I'll see y'all there. Alright. Yeah, this team went 1-16. I switched from the Chiefs to the 49ers playbook at like week 10, a couple weeks after, and we were, because we were still losing, and nothing changed. No matter which playbook I put on, we still never won. So fun. Our defense actually did not do that well. Defensive pass was insane, but defensive rush. It might have just been because of the linebacker core, honestly. That's actually probably what it was. And then I think just we cannot hit, Will Levis up. He has a 78 play action, but holy fucking Christ, bro. Oh my god, look at this shit. Just over 3,600 yards, 25 TDs, 20 picks. 10 of those were on the Cowboys, 8 games. So, in 9 games, he threw 10 picks. That's at least 1 pick per game. Oh my god. And then 1 TD per game too. It was 1-to-1 the entire fucking season, bro. Then 62% pass completion percentage. Average yards was 7.7. Excuse me. Almost got sacked 40 times. Jesus. Rushing. Tony Pollard just almost gets 800 with 3 TDs. Will Levis with just over 300 and 1 TD. Tyjae Spears with just over Jehovah's Witness. Tyjae Spears was with just over 300 yards and 0 TDs. And that's really it. We just couldn't get any TDs, bruh. Then D-Hop with almost 1,100 yards and 6 TDs. Traylon Burks with just over 914 TDs. Calvin Ridley with almost 702 TDs. And then Chigoziem Okonkwo with almost 600 TDs. A lot of passing TDs, actually, but no rushing TDs at fucking all. Jack Gibbons had 107 tackles. Nicholas Moore with 105. And then Elijah Molden with 86. Then tackles for loss. Jeffrey Simmons had 19. Harold Landry with 13. And Arden Key with 8. Jeffrey Simmons had 16.5 sacks, while Harold Landry had 4.5, and Arden Key had 3.5. Horse fucking shit. Interceptions. Legarius Sneed with 5, Monty Hooker with 2, Chidobe Awuzie with 2, and Christian Fulton with 2. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So stats aren't horrible except for passing and rushing. But, like, fuck me, bro. It's fucking crazy. Offensive yards 29th. Defensive yards doesn't even tell us. That's a W. Points scored 31st. And then points allowed. It's like 50 more than our points scored, and it doesn't even tell us what we are ranked on that. But, yeah, that's year number 1. What's that? Last week. 87 yards, 6 yards average, and 1 TD for Pollard. Damn. Now to go into the off season. We gotta get a lot better if we want to do well this upcoming season. Alright, here is the season recap. The Ravens beat the Packers 28-21 in the Super Bowl, and that's their 3rd Super Bowl win. Lamar Jackson gets Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP was Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Michael Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Puka Nacua. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Drew Sanders. Alright, we didn't win anything, but we went 1-16, so I don't really expect that. Yeah, let's head into the off season now. Hopefully we can get a lot better. Alright, the players that we are going to re-sign. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, Caleb. Yeah, no, I'm not doing a 5th-year option on Caleb Bartley. No, I'm good. But okay, so the players that we're going to re-sign. I'm going to let Travis Gibson go. We can re-sign Jack Gibbons. Let's do 5 years, 2 mil, and 1 point. He doesn't want to be here, so 2 mil. And 2 mil. Come on, accept that. Oh, you fucking bitch. Oh, I ain't afraid to franchise hacking him, so that's fun. I want to get Fulton back, but he's probably not gonna accept either. Let's do 3 mil and 2.5. Come on. W, he's back. All right. Now, let's re-sign Aaron Brewer. He wants to be here. Let's do 4 years, 3 mil, and 3 mil. And he's accepted. Let's go. Nick Westbrook-Akeem will let go. Marlon Davidson. He could turn into a 70. Yeah, I guess so. He's cheap. We can get him for 4 years, 1.5, and 2. And he'll accept W. We want to save a little bit so we can get some stuff out of free agency. But there's some pieces here that I don't want to let go. All these guys can go. If they're like above 65 and still young, then I'll think about it. And I'll be like, are we going to be able to find a player like this somewhere else? Like, I think I'm going to re-sign Rashad Torrance and Julius Chestnut, Eric Garrer, and Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith has star dev after this season somehow. He didn't want to win an award or anything, or yeah, I don't know. So 6 years, 2.5, and 1.5. And he is accepted W. Who doesn't accept a 6-year offer unless you're like a big name? Okay, definitely Julius Chestnut. I actually think that's going to be it after that. Let's do 5 years, 2.5 and 1. He wants to be here, and he is signed. Absolute W, and I think that's gonna be it. Um, Actually, I'll do Chance Campbell, and then that will be it. Let's do 5 years, 2.5 and 1, and he is signed W. But yeah, okay, that's gonna be who we're gonna be signing now. Let's jump into free agency. Hopefully, it is pretty stacked, and we can get someone to help this team out. All right, here is the free agency. David Bakhtiari, Amari Cooper, Stephon Gilmore, Michael Pierce. This is pretty stacked, not insanely stacked, but still very good. We'll definitely sign at least a couple players out of this. We only have 17 mil, 18 mil, if you want to say it like that. But yeah, hopefully we can get some good pieces out of this free agency. We still have the draft, so still have that to look forward to. But I'll let y'all know who I sign. Alright, here are the players that we signed. I only offered on those two, and we got those two. So we got exactly everybody that we wanted. Well, I mean, that we offered on at least. So we got Drew Tranquil, help out our linebacker core for 5 years. And then he's probably not going to be, we're probably going to shoot him after like the second or third year. And then we have Cameron Dicker, who's going to be our long-term kicker. He's going to be here for 6 years at least. So yeah, absolute W. Filled some holes, and now we have the draft. Looking forward to it. I put the scouting as wide receivers and corners because D-Hop's getting older, and so is Calvin Ridley. And then I also, the corners because of Chidobe Awuzie and, not the best corner area. And that was just the strengths of the class. There was, I mean, if there was off-ball linebackers in that class, I would definitely have used the scouts on those guys, but there are none. Basically, there's only like some in like the 7th round, which I'm like, or just day 3, and I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I'll probably do it. I'll probably draft some guys, but you guys know what I mean, though. Okay, wide receiver and corner were like the biggest strengths of this class is that we could actually draft for. So that's hopefully we can. Oh yeah, and this is auto generated. But yeah, let's hope we find somebody great in the draft. I cannot speak today. It's crazy. Alright, so I forgot that we had the #1 overall pick. So there is this corner that looks generational. He is a top 5 talent, and he looks generational. And he's supposed to go at 10. Alright, picture that. Generational corner going at 10. He's a top 5 talent and top 5 prospect, but he's going at 10. So I decided I was going to move down, get fucking hella, and then still get that insane corner and get so much more further down the board. So I did that. I dropped down from the #1 overall pick to number 8 right now. We moved on to number 8 while getting Kyle Pitts in a 2nd and a 4th this year. I would say that is an insane W in my book. The Ray Trey McClendon, I think that's his first name, is in there because the cap, it was literally like negative 500K. So I was like, okay, I gotta just put in a shitty ass player, worst player we have. And there we go. But yeah, look at that. Think about that. Holy shit, we're going to get a generational corner and Kyle Pitts and a more down the board. Just an insane trade. I know, I'm just insanely good at trade, Absolute W, but now let's start drafting. Alright, I have decided so that this video is not 3 hours long. For the drafts, I am just going to show you guys the recap of the draft. I won't go through the draft because that usually takes 30 minutes each for me. Most of the time I have a lot of picks, this time I don't. But, you guys will just see the results. If you want to go through and watch it as I do it, then you gotta join my stream. I stream currently streaming. Um, yeah, I'll be streaming every single rebuild anytime I'm doing anything to do it, like like changing anything on a rebuild. I'll be streaming it. So yeah, go check that out. Link will be in my like about me area on my YouTube channel. It'll just be in my link tree, and then it'll take you to the my Twitch, which is where I stream. So yeah, if you guys want to see like week by week and stuff like that, then just go check out my stream. Excuse me, but yeah, I'll just show you guys the results of each draft. Alright, it is the middle of the draft, and I'm trading away Arden Key and Christian Fulton to the Cardinals so I can get a third round pick this draft and a fourth round pick in 2026. I did this to get the third round pick, though. There's a player that I like, yeah, that I'm just gonna draft, so these guys are backups, so why not get somebody who's gonna be here for years, as long as they're not, as long as they're not a bust, which I'm pretty good at drafting, so yeah. You guys will see who it was, though. It'll be an early third round pick. If it's a linebacker, off ball linebacker, it looks very good. You guys will see his overall in a couple seconds, though. All right, here are the overalls for the picks that we got. Darren Sims, this corner. He's not the corner I was looking for. The guy that I was gonna draft. He went at 5, actually. He said he was gonna go at 10, and then he went to actually at 5. So that's fucking great. This guy still was insanely good. He had top 5 talent, like it told me. So yeah, 78 overall for this corner. Then the receiver that I got, 76, and he these two both have normal dev, but Devin Fields is also a kick returner. Then we also got an interior. Good QB who's definitely going to start over Will Levis. This linebacker, he looks very good. He's definitely going to start probably. George Watkins definitely going to start. And then fullback who has hidden dev. I don't think Watkins has hidden dev, but Sawyer does. The QB definitely, yeah, QB is. Here, let's look actually. Okay, half these I don't remember. Okay, the guard has hidden dev. QB is hidden dev. Just gotta get that passing up for the QB. Linebacker, hidden dev. D tackle, normal dev, and then fullback, hidden dev. So everybody has hidden dev except for the D tackle, corner, and wide receiver, which that is fine. So yeah, let's look. But first, let's look at who's like before we look at the roster. Let's see. Who is the best player in the class? The corner I liked. He was a 79. Not bad. It's only 1 overall higher than the guy we got. So I mean, it's not like insane. He looked like he was actually generational, but I guess he's not actually generational. But he's still very, very good. This guard from Oregon, yes, hey, I'm literally like, if you guys did not know this about me, I'm 15 minutes away from the Oregon Duck Stadium. So, absolute, like, W. The Oregon Duck went to the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are my favorite team, too. So, absolute W. And the QB, who went number 1 overall, 78. Not bad. There was a guy that I liked, though, in the 3rd round. No, I remember it was the Raiders, so. I'm not gonna, yeah. Yeah, Royster. He was a 72. How good was our linebacker? 72, and then Titans. Okay, we got the better linebacker, W. I thought the other guy was the better linebacker, but alright. Shit, we got so much better. Oh my gosh. Now, sadly, we are going to have to trade away D-Hop and Chidobe Awuzie so that the rookies can start. Because if they don't start, then we're fucked up the ass. There's like no point in drafting them. Let's do that. Yep. Hartman is now our starting QB. We're going to actually just trade away Brewer, so Blake's going to be moved to right guard real quick. Hopefully this Blake dude can be very good. And I can easily just see what his development trait is, but won't do that. Save. Actually, I think I'm going to keep Brewer, because Cushion Bear is not going to last forever, so yeah. Yeah. Alright, And I'm also probably going to trade away Pollard. He lost his dev and he went down 2 overall, so he's only 6 overall away from Ty J. Spears. They're the same dev, and Tony Pollard is 4 years older, so just makes sense. Definitely do not want to bench Traylon Burks or Calvin Ridley. So yeah, we're just going to trade away D-Hop. Alright, so the players that we're gonna get rid of are D-Hop, Tony Pollard. Defensively, maybe Morrow, but probably not. Oh yeah, Jeffrey Simmons got Superstar X Factor, by the way. And then we're also gonna trade away Chidobe Awuzie. Don't want to, but yeah, we have to. We just have to. Yeah. But I'll show you guys what the trade details are, and then I'll show you guys what the roster looks like after, before we jump into year number 2. Yeah, hopefully we can actually do well this upcoming season. Alright, so I realized that we honestly had no cap, so I could not make any trades. So I'm going to be cutting some of the guys who can save the most money, which Andre Dillard is one of them. He saves almost 10 mil. It's about a $3.6 million penalty, but it gets rid of him for now. And I think I'm actually going to get rid of Calvin Ridley too, because he is 12 mil. So I think I'm going to keep D-Hop and just get rid of him. Okay, let's do Dillard first. Boom. There we go. Alright. Jeffrey Simmons is saving so much for us, bruh. Oh wait, and someone else. Andrew Tranquil. And the rookies. Or at least Darren Sims. Yeah. I might just have to cut Chidobe Awuzie instead of. Wait, I actually was thinking about keeping him. I forgot about that. Because like the rookie corner that we drafted, Darren Sims, he can still start with Chidobe Awuzie there. It just, Farley won't be able to start, which he's only a 75 a star, and he's like 25 years old, so it's not like we need to start him. I think I'm actually going to restructure Calvin Ridley's. Let's see. Structure will free 14 million cap space this season. 7 will be added per year to the final 2 years. Okay, so the next couple years. 2024. Okay, after this year. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that now. Alright. Then we'll also do it for D-Hop. Oh, we can only do. Oh wait, no, we can't restructure his. Huh. Oh, is it because it's on his final year? I don't know much about this stuff, so okay, yeah, you can't. Alright. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have 12 more cap space. Now we can do the trades, and now I'll let y'all know what we get back. Hopefully it's a lot. But yeah, I'll let y'all know what we get back. And, the terms and stuff. Alright, this is the trade. We're sending Tony Pollard, D-Hop, and Nicholas Morrow so far. This is like the first half of the trade. To the Cardinals for a first and a second in 2026. Not this next draft, but the draft after. So, yeah, in 2 years. Could have gone probably a second in 2027 as well. But I didn't think I was going to be able to. But I probably could have. But I mean, I'm fine with this. It's a first and a second. It's good. It's a W in my book. Now for the next trade, though. I think it's. Oh, yeah. And for Aaron Brewer, I'm actually just going to move around some pieces on the O line and then trade away our right tackle, Dylan Raduns, probably. But yeah, so I'm not going to be trading away anybody yet. Actually, I'll move those guys around first, and then I'll show you. Yeah, I'll do that before this next trade. Alright, now for the second trade, we are sending Caleb Farley and Dylan Raduns to the Chiefs for Wayne Morris and a third and a fifth in 2026. some good picks in the future, and a young left tackle who could turn into like a low 70, maybe a mid 70 at his prime. So I'd say that's a pretty good trade. And it's just two mid guys who are still like 25. Yeah, about 25. They're probably at their peak currently, though. At least for CPU development for player, or like, yeah, like user controlled development. Their maximum could probably be like 80s, maybe. Like low 80s. But I guess we'll never find out. Alright, this is what our team looks like heading into year number 2. I'd say we're built for success for at least multiple years from now. We're probably going to do very well. Receivers aren't the greatest, but they will develop into something great probably. QB obviously isn't the greatest, but we can develop that. O-line's not the greatest, we can develop that. Then defensively, linebackers, we upgraded that so much this year. D-tackle still is not the greatest, but they're both young, so they'll both develop. Davidson's young too. Secondary is very, very good. Still pretty young too, except for Chidobe Awuzie. He's only one over 28 years old. 28 or above. Yeah. So we are gonna have this secondary for a while probably, except for Chidobe. Maybe we trade him in like the next year or two. And maybe draft some guys and then replace. Only if like the rookie we draft is better than one of our corners or better than our safety, and that's the only chance though. Won't just do it just because they're old or something like that. So this is basically, so we've got the frame done for this rebuild so far. Now we just gotta fill in some small holes, which should not be that hard. But let's see how we do in year number 2. See you guys at the mid-season mark. All right, at the mid-season mark, we are 5-2. Definitely better than the 1-16 part we had before or last season. Yeah, that was. I can't believe we won 1-16. Like Jesus. But yeah, we're in the first for AFC South. We're about to go against the Bills. It's gonna be kind of a fun matchup. But let's look at the stats real quick. I'm definitely not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let this play out. But I'm just curious about the stats. Oh fuck me. God damn it. Fuck. Well, Brett. God damn it. Brett wasn't hurt, so it was. The fucking lineup was. Brett Hartman, he has almost 800 yards, 6 TDs and 4 picks, 64% completion rating, 6.9 yards per attempt. Only sacked once so far. Then with Levis with just at 700. 4 TDs, 2 picks, 67% pass completion percentage, 8.2 yards per attempt, better than Brett Hartman, but Brett Hartman's gonna be better than Will Levis. Will Levis is normal dev and is 2 years older than Brett Hartman. Hartman has hidden dev, so he could be star, could be superstar, X factor. Like he could be insane, he could be like pretty good, but we're definitely gonna have Brett Hartman start. Rushing, Tyjae Spears almost at 500 yards, 6 TDs, 3.5 average. Not the greatest at all. That's kind of ass, but that's alright. Julius Chestnut with just over 120 yards, 1 TD. Will Levis is, oh my gosh, almost 50 yards. Wait, no way he has a better average than the Scrambler. Nah, that's actually crazy, honestly. He might be put in better situations, but honestly, who knows. Longest from both, Jesus, not even 10 yards. Then receiving, Calvin Ridley almost has 400 TDs. Devin Fields, the GOAT, has 361 and 3 TDs. Kyle Pitts has almost 270 and 3 TDs. And then Treylon Burks with 240 and 3 TDs. Pretty spread out, very spread out. Now defense. Steve Sawyer, the rookie, with 56 tackles already. God damn. Then Drew Tranquil, 44. Then Chidobe Awuzie with 40. Then for tackles for loss, Harold Landry has 8. Then Jeffrey Simmons with 5. And then Steve. What's Steve? I can't speak today. I really can't. Steve Sawyer with 4 tackles for loss. Jesus Christ. Alright. And then Jeffrey Simmons has 4 sacks. kind of low. He had 16 last season, so then we're like halfway through this season. Harold Landry with 2, though, and then half for Steve Sawyer. There's no way Steve Sawyer doesn't get Defensive Rookie of the Year, but I guess we're going to have to see. Interceptions, Roger McCreary with 3 already. Chidobe Awuzie with 2, and Amani Hooker with 2. L'Jarius Sneed. He ain't doing as well as he did last year. 11 tackles. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was hurt for a little bit. He was hurt for a couple weeks. Forgot about that. Does have 3 pass deflections, though. Yeah, those are the stats. We're definitely not going to change anything. Offensive yards 14th. We're going to look at this last, and then we'll go to the end of the season. Defensive yards 18th. Points scored 12th. Defensive points allowed 23rd. So, I mean, that's not the greatest, that last one, points allowed. But the rest are at least decent. So, as long as we keep that up and maybe increase it, then we'll definitely get at least 7 wins, or like at least make the playoffs. So we'll definitely make the playoffs. Unless I jinx myself. But yeah, let's go to the end of the season. Let's hope we made the playoffs. Alright, at the end of the season, we are 12-5. Let's go, man. We went from 1-16 to 12-5, and we win the AFC South. Absolute W. Let's look at the playoff bracket real quick, see where we are. Okay, we're the number 2 seed. No way we almost got the number 1 seed, and no way it's the Chargers. And then, well, I mean, it is post Brandon Staley era, so it kind of makes sense, maybe a little bit. They're in a fucked up situation right now, but because their cap's fucked. But all right. Okay, yeah. So AFC Chargers get number 1. We get number 2. 3 Bills, 4 Ravens, 5 Chiefs, 6 Jaguars, and Steelers are number 7. Then for the NFC, number 1 Cowboys, 2 49ers, 3 Falcons, 4 Vikings, 5 Eagles, 6 Rams, and 7 is the Panthers. Falcons did very well with their new QB, B.J. Oakley. Okay, yeah, but that is the playoff bracket. Then we're going to look at the stats. Actually, I won't cut to it. Let's go to this. As Mahomes is just over 4,300 yards. Christian McCaffrey just over 1,700. Puka Nacua just over 1,600. Max Crosby with 24 sacks. Jeez, picks. Deron Bland had 8. Jeez, some crazy stats. And yeah, Brett Hartman, he almost gets 2,800 yards, 27 TDs, and 9 picks though. 67% completion percentage. 8.8 average. And he got like 70% of the downs. Because Will Levis keeps getting fucking started. Like, that means, oh my gosh, he got started like 2 games recently. He almost has 1,100 yards, 7 TDs, 6 picks, 63% pass completion percentage. If you want to combine these, 34-15, and then about 3,900 yards ish. So that's where Brett Hartman could have ended up. Probably less picks because Will Levis is ass. I'm just playing. I mean, he's just not as good of an improviser as Brett Hartman, I don't think. And he's definitely not going to be as good. He might be QB of the future, but he's just not going to do that well. Tyjae Spears, though, he almost gets 1,100 yards with 7 TDs. He only had 3.7 average, but that's fine. He didn't fumble, which is good. And he's still young. He can develop. And then Julius Chestnut with almost 200 yards with 1 TD, 2.8 average. Oof. And then Brett Hartman with just over 170 and 3 TDs. And then Hassan Haskins with just over 150 and 5 TDs. Damn, he was like the power back, I guess you could say. Receiving, Devin Fields is the only receiver to go over 1,000. Yeah, he also gets 15 TDs. Okay, he's winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. There's no way. I feel like he's going to win it over Brett Hartman, honestly. Calvin Ridley had just over 905 TDs. Traylon Burks with almost 907 TDs. Kyle Pitts, they're kind of an off year. A little over 605 TDs. And then I guess Tyjae Spears with 260 yards, just over, and 1 TD. Devin Fields, though, he almost had a 16 average. That's actually crazy. He's crazy, honestly, though. Oh, my gosh. Like, I did some of those little drills, and he's so good, bro. I love him. Holy shit. Like, he feels so good to play with, bro. But let's see who gave up the most sacks. Peter Skoronsky with 10. Holy fuck. Okay. Defensively, Steve Sawyer. Oh, 137 tackles as a rookie with 7 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks, and 1 pick. He's winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, at least for the AFC. Drew Tranquil had 111 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, and 1 pick, 2.5 sacks as well. Chidobe was at 94 tackles. Tackles for loss. Harold Landry had 19. Garon Dexter was 17, and Jeffrey Simmons was 16. Jeffrey Simmons did not have as good of I can't speak, man. Did not have as good of a year as last year. There we go. Okay, then sacks. Jeffrey Simmons, though, he had 10.5. Harold Landry with 9.5. And Drew Tranquil with 2.5. Then with picks, Roger McCreary with 4. He had a breakout year. Amani Hooker with 2. And Chidobe Awuzie with 2. Alright, W stats, honestly. Wait here, let's look at team stats. Offensive yards 12th. Defensive yards 10th. Points scored doesn't tell us. Points allowed 20th. The points allowed is not the greatest, but I mean we still won. We're 12-5. Like, we still did well. Okay, I'm gonna do the storylines weekly strategy upgrade, like the players, and then we will simulate this playoff round, and hopefully we can beat the Steelers. Alright, now we can simulate. Let's see, do we beat the Steelers in the wild card, please? Oh, 21-7. God damn it. I guess we'll get him next year. I mean, we got the off season first, but I mean, we did a lot better than we did last year, obviously. So I mean, that's good, and we got an insane QB, but we only got like 4 years, like, to be our best, and then we gotta like make an extension. Actually, it'll be 5 years, so I'm definitely gonna do the extra year for what's called 5th year option. Yeah. But that is disappointing. Hopefully we can do better these next couple of years, and hopefully we get a lot of pieces this off season. Alright, here is the season recap. Cowboys beat the Jaguars 28-21 in the Super Bowl. That's their 6th Super Bowl win, and Super Bowl MVP was Mike Hilton. Went from the Bengals to the Cowboys. But MVP was Jalen Hurts. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy. Offensive Player of the Year, Brandon Ayuk. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Crosby. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Devin Fields. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is Steve Sawyer. Yes, fucking sir. I'm going to be honest, I saw it before. I clicked on this, but they're both superstar dev now. Oh my gosh, I've already done the abilities and stuff. That's how much I already knew. So I'm so excited, man. Yes, sir. Bro, this team's already taking such good shape, has such a good frame, and it can be so much better. Like, I cannot wait for this offseason, honestly. Holy shit. I'm a dumbass. I forgot to re-sign the players. I forgot to re-sign. Looks like we're gonna have to. Good thing. Wait. Let's see. Were there? Oh, please don't tell me it was a big name. Any big names? Okay, what did we lose? Brett Hardman lost Superstar Dev or Superstar X Factor. What the fuck? Bruh. Nah. That is so dumb. I don't see anything that we lost. Was it just all backups? Yeah, we didn't lose anybody. At least, like, starting, at least. We didn't lose anybody that was a starter. Yeah. Huh. That's crazy. Lucky. Oh my gosh. I can never do that again. That was the first time I've ever done that. So, oh my gosh. I almost had a heart attack though. Oh my gosh. Ho ho ho. I'll let y'all know who I signed though. out of free agency. Alright, well, we just signed Hassan Reddick and Taylor Decker. Yes, sir. It's only, well, I mean, Hassan Reddick 4 years, but oh my gosh, we still have 24 million left. Like, we're not in the, like, not even close to the negative at all. Oh, wow. And yeah, we just lost backup players. That's it. But, oh, huge additions, honestly, though. Like, holy shit. Alright, so there was one player that was a starter that, was let go, and that was Ryan Stonehouse. So we re-signed him for 7 years. And then we also signed Pete Warner, better depth at off-ball linebacker. We only have two actual good off-ball linebackers. So now we have three. He'll only be around for like a couple of years, but I mean, he's still good. 78, 27. Still works out, and it's still a W. Might not be a big W, but it is still a W. Alright, actually, this is going to be our last signing. CJ Uzama. I only got him because he's a mentor, and Kyle Pitts is on his contract year, and he has no interest at all in us. But the one thing I can do, like his number one thing, is having a mentor. So just gonna have CJ Uzama for a little bit. I'm probably gonna cut him after like the first year though. Yeah, he's only gonna be used to get Kyle Pitts back. Alright, before the draft, I'm sending Will Levis, Nicholas Petit-Frere, and Harold Landry to the Bears for a Lim McNeil and a 3rd, 5th, and 6th in 2027. I'd say this is a W trade, traded away some. Well, okay, Harold Landry is the only one who wasn't a backup, but he's 29 years old, and he's 3 overall away from Gervon Dexter and 5 overall away from the other D tackle I drafted. So, like, just a waste to have him start over everybody else. Like, yeah, no, I probably would have just, if I kept him, I would have just had Gervon Dexter and the other dude start over him. So you would just sit on the bench. So might as well get some compensation. And a Lim McNeil. I know I said I wanted Gervon Dexter and the other dude to start, but the other dude does not have start ev. So I'm gonna have Gervon Dexter and a Lim McNeil. Lim McNeil is like 25 and an 82. There's no way I'm not gonna start him. Just, it just made a lot of sense. I could have gone more draft capital, but Lim McNeil is just already such a great player. I could not say no to that. Alright, here are the drafts, or like, yeah, the players we drafted. Okay, the right tackle we drafted was a 74 overall. He had Hidden Dev. Then the wide receiver we drafted in the second round, 76 with Hidden Dev. Alex Allen, a guard, 71, not Hidden Dev. Franklin Reese, 65, or center, 65, no Dev. Running back, 68, no Dev. But holy shit, now we can get rid of Calvin Ridley. He has a huge penalty. So actually, I think we're just gonna bench Calvin Ridley, honestly. We'll look to see. Best player in the class was Juwan Stuckey, for the Vikings, and that was late first round. Damn. Then it's the edge who went 4th overall, and then it was a corner. Huh. Bills get lucky. And then, yeah, there's a lot. Actually, this fucking class is actually pretty insane, honestly. Holy shit. Holy fuck, look how many 77s, bro. Oh my gosh. And then we did mid for, like, yeah. We did decent. Jeez. Oh my gosh, a 4th rounder was a 77. That's rare. Holy fuck. Anyone past round 3 never is above a 75 usually. Wow. Jesus, yeah, this class was very, very stacked. And yeah, we did not horrible. We did pretty well, and we filled some holes, so that's obviously a W. Alright, this is what the roster looks like heading into year number 3. Yeah, we have Albury, starting at, or not starting. Well, actually, yeah, starting. He's a wide receiver 3, and yeah, Calvin Ridley we cannot get rid of, so I just restructured his contract. Um, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I did it. Yeah, it's gonna kind of fuck us up. Well, I mean, we'll still have 40 mil next year, if we don't re-sign anybody. But it is a pretty big contract year for a lot of people, I'm pretty sure. So, actually, I think that was kind of dumb. That's fun. But yeah, this is what our roster looks like heading into year number 3. We are definitely a lot better than we were last year. I expect more wins too. If only Sims had a fucking dev trait, bro. Like, I mean, he is in the slot corner position, so I actually don't need to put him on wide receiver too. He'll almost always be on the field. D tackle's very young and can develop. Edges are old as fuck, except for Jefferson. I mean, he's like 27, but Hassan Reddick's like 30 or 31, starting to regress. Like, there's definitely some holes, but those holes are like really like good. You know, like edge, that's a hole, I'd say. But you can't really. Okay, not a hole, but we definitely need to draft an edge soon. We definitely need to draft another corner soon, because Chidobe Awuzie is regressing and getting older. But Andrew Tranquil's like 28, P. Warner's like 27, so definitely need to get some off-ball linebackers soon. D tackle's fully set up though. Safeties are fully set up. Wide receivers are sort of fully set up. Running back, QB, most of the O-line other than Lloyd Cush, like actually all the O-line except for Lloyd Cushionberry, tight end set up. Only thing we need to worry about, honestly, is center, off-ball linebackers, one corner, and edge. So, I mean, yeah, we don't have that many like big needs anymore. That's the word I was looking for. Needs. Edge is a little bit of a need, but we can't replace these guys because they're still really good. They're just really getting older. Same with Chidobe Awuzie. I can't really get rid of him. I mean, there's no one to even take his spot anyways. After these 3 corners, it's just a 65, bro. Crazy. But I'll see you guys at the mid-season mark. Hopefully we are doing very well. Hopefully. But I guess we're going to have to find out. Alright, at the mid-season mark, we are 5-2. Kind of forgot right there to look back. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. We just beat the Falcons. But, as you guys know, I go from week to week. And week 6, after the game, Tyjae Spears, he is out for the season. The playoffs, even if we make it to the Super Bowl, he'll still be out. So, yeah, 19 weeks at week 6. I don't know, a little bit maybe a fucking preseason next year, honestly. Nah. I mean, in real life, obviously not, but I don't know if Madden, puts in, it's like 10 weeks in between, in the off-season type shit, yeah. But yeah, 5-2, we're definitely going to trade for a running back. We barely beat the Falcons. They did have a great defense, but behind Tyjae Spears, we have a 72 overall guy. I'm not trying to start that for the rest of the year, especially in the playoffs. So we're definitely going to trade for a running back, but let's look at the stats and see how our team is doing currently. Brett Hartman has just over 1,500 yards with 11 TDs and 4 picks. Not bad. 71% as completion percentage. 9 average yards. Sacked 12 times so far. Not bad. Pretty good stats. Tyjae Spears had almost 400 yards and 3 TDs before he got hurt. That game, Hassan Haskins has currently just over 170 yards and a TD. Julius Chestnut has just over 100, and so does Brett Hartman. Yeah, I mean, Devin Fields, 5 attempts, 15 yards, 3 rushing TDs. That's crazy. 3 out of the 5 runs were TDs. It's crazy. But Devin Fields receiving has just over 400 yards and 6 TDs with a 17 average on the dot. Then Treylon Burks almost has 400 with 5 TDs, 13.6 average. Kyle Pitts is almost literally 1 yard away from 300 with 0 TDs. And then Garrett Albert is just over 200 with 0 TDs. So, I mean, it's not bad for receiving. The defensively, Drew Tranquil has just over 50 tackles. Then Jadobe Awuzie with 35. Then Steve Sawyer with 34. Then tackles for loss. Jeffrey Simmons has 8. Hassan Reddick with 6. And Steve Sawyer with 4. He's actually tied with Gervon Dexter. I almost said Steve Dexter. Alright, then sacks. Hassan Reddick has 5 sacks. That proves that this was a W edition. He is old, and he's not going to be around long term, but he's still very good still. Jeffrey Simmons has 2 sacks, and Pete Warner has 2 as a pass coverage off-ball linebacker. Okay, all right. What am I saying? Roger McCreary with 2 picks. Then Darren Sims with 1, and L'Jarius Sneed with 1. No picks currently. And those 2 picks from Roger McCreary, that all happened last game. He got a weekly award for it. Saw that before I started recording, but yeah, so I mean, pretty good stats so far. And yeah, we've done pretty well. 11th for offensive yards so far, 19th for defensive yards, points scored 18th, and points allowed 21st. Yeah, so it's not horrible, it's mid, but think those 2 losses that we had, those were from the Ravens and the Chiefs. So imagine we didn't face those teams. We would be 7-0 probably right now. Hopefully. Okay, hopefully, probably. Like, most likely. I'm not shitting away Chigazim. Okay, I'm going to do these little story things and upgrade the players, and then I'll show you guys what the trade info is and who we're trading for. Hopefully it won't be someone ass. Alright, we're sending a 3rd and a 4th this year, basically just extra picks in those rounds, yeah. For AJ Dillon, he's like 30 and 80, and like for the other 30-year-olds and they were 80s, this was not working. It was like half full every single time. But then I finally found, a team that was willing to get rid of one of their top running backs, I guess you could say, which is AJ Dillon. So this is gonna be our starting back until Tyjae Spears is back. No pun intended. But yeah, I'll see you guys now at the end of the year, and hopefully we'll be getting the number 1 seed. Hopefully. Alright, well actually, I just tested something, and look at Calvin Ridley. He's a 90 at running back. I think, we're definitely gonna have him start. Jesus. Wait, what is his power back, though? Oh, that actually makes sense. Oh, but still 90. Holy fuck. He's definitely not a power back, so he'll definitely not be there like when it's, when the power back is needed. But he'll definitely be the starting back on normal occasions, so they're gonna be subbing in a lot, taking turns. But he really was literally the 4th string, so why not move him to running back and let him start there? It makes sense. So we're actually gonna have this as our roster. And those 2 right guard, Skoronski and Mackey, they just have stingers, so it's only 1 week. It's like turf toe or some shit. So only 1 week for both of them. We'll have them next week. But yeah, this is what our offense is gonna look like going in for the rest of the season. And let's hope we get that number 1 seed though. Yo, I'm a dumbass. I actually simulated past the end of the season. I did not mean to. I was not even paying attention. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna look at the stats. Let's look at the playoff bracket. Okay. So the picture, no teams won. Okay. Well, actually, I'll just whatever. Wildcard Bills beat the Ravens. Holy shit, upset 24-17. Jets beat the Bengals 35-17. We got the number 4 seed, just barely beat out the Jaguars. And then in the wildcard, we beat them out 21-14. Got some revenge. Then for the NFC, y'all can see that 49ers beat the Giants 24-19. 31-28 Packers beat Vikings. And then Eagles beat Bucks 24-17. Prediction now is Titans, Chiefs, and Cowboys, 49ers. Now let's look at the stats. 150 stat points. That's a lot. I'll spend those and also upgrade the players after we look at the stats, and then we'll simulate through the divisional. But Brett Hartman almost had 3,700 yards. He had 29 TDs, 7 picks. Not bad for like a 76 overall without superstar X Factor. 70% pass completion percentage. 8.7 average yards. Sacked 26 times. Pretty good stats, I'd say. Then A.J. Dillon almost had 700 yards in about 10 games, or 9 or 10 games. He also had 3 TDs. He fumbled once, though. I don't know if that was like with us or with the other team, or whatever team he was on. Tyjae Spears almost had 400, so a total of like 1,100 yards. Tyjae Spears also had 3 TDs with 0 fumbles. Cameron Ridley had 200 or like almost 300 yards and 2 TDs, 3.8 average. And the last but not least, Brett Hartman had just over 200 yards and a TD. Oh, and then Hassan Haskins had almost 200 with 3 TDs. That's it for rushing. Now receiving, Devin Fields goes like right over 1,000 yards, and he gets also 13 TDs with a 16.5 average. Then Kyle Pitts got about 850 yards and 5 TDs, not bad, with 11 average. Gabe Albury, the rookie, he had almost 800 yards with 3 TDs, and he had a 13.6 average. Pretty good for a rookie year. Nothing insane. He might win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but who knows. Treylon Burks had almost 750 yards with 6 TDs. He had a 12.4 average. Not bad for him either. We didn't pass a lot, but it was very spread out. Actually, no, we passed it a lot. It was just, very spread out. Then for defense, actually, I'm kind of curious who gave up the most sacks. The rookie, Carter Mackey. Not surprising. But then it's the guard, left guard Phillip Blake. Okay, all right. And then Taylor Decker with 6. All right, not bad. Drew Tranquill had 111 tackles. Steve Sawyer with 98. Chidobe Awuzie with 79. And then tackles for loss. Hassan Reddick had 18. Jeffrey Simmons with 15. And Lynn McNeil with 12. QB sacks. Hassan Reddick had 10.5. Jeffrey Simmons with 9.5. And Lynn McNeil with 2. And Pete Warner with 2. And some other guys with half. And a couple, or whatever. Interceptions. Roger McCreary had 3. Monty Hooker with 3. And Steve Sawyer with 2. And a lot of other guys with 2. And one guy with 1, which is Drew Tranquill. We got a lot more picks. Holy shit, we got so many picks compared to what we were at midseason. Wow. Alright, but I'm going to do those upgrades, and then we will simulate through this divisional and see if we make it to the championship round. Alright, let's advance to the conference championship, and let's see if we can beat the Jets. Hopefully we can, but let's see. We do 21-14, and we're facing the Bills in the conference championship. This is the furthest we've gone, obviously. This is an absolute W. We got a weekly award, too. L'Jarius Sneed, 3 tackles, 2 picks. Nah, he is just carving the way for us, man. That man is insane. Holy shit. Alright, let's look at this playoff bracket. So the Bills beat the Chiefs 27-24. We obviously beat the Jets 21-14. Then for the NFC, Cowboys beat the Packers 35-28. And then the 49ers beat the Eagles 38-17. So the only one I got wrong was the Bills and Chiefs. But it was a very close game. And it is the Bills and the Chiefs in divisional. The Bills and the Chiefs, they've had a lot of great matchups. But now my prediction is, honestly, Titans, Cowboys. That would actually, in this scenario, in this, these circumstances, that would be an insane matchup, honestly. Even if we win the Super Bowl this year, I'll definitely do at least one more year, because this is only, 40 minutes in. This is, nothing. And, let's go. Look at this. Plus 10 break tackle, play recognition, and tackle. Oh my gosh. And we got 2,500 XP. I'm not going to say we are going to win, but it seems like it's pretty likely pretty likely that we beat the Bills. Not guaranteed, but pretty likely. But I'm going to upgrade these players, upgrade the staff, and then we will advance once again. Alright, now let's advance. And let's see, do we beat the Buffalo Bills and advance to the Super Bowl? No. Fuck. We lose 27-17. Just take a moment. Oh, fuck, bro. We were literally the better fucking team. Fuck. Guess on to the next year. Gonna go through free agency and draft. Hopefully we can get better. I mean, almost all of our players are already really good. Well, not really good, but they're already going to be good. Right now, they're, yeah. But, fuck, man. Now into the off season. Alright, here is a season recap. The Cowboys beat the Bills 27-19 in the Super Bowl. Dak wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP was Lamar Jackson. Coach of the Year, Mike McCarthy. Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson. Defensive Player of the Year, Chris Jones. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Del Rutland for the Cardinals. QB, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Tremaine Robinson. Edge for the Broncos. Not bad. Alright. I'm actually kind of curious. Let's look at this. Cowboys... Okay, so Ravens, Packers. Cowboys just won 2 in a row. Damn. And Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year twice in a row. Yeah, we got double Rookie of the Years. Yeah. This is kind of crazy. Yeah. Just looking at this past stuff. But now let's head in to the off season. Alright, time to re-sign some players. Okay, there we go. So here are all the players. You guys can slow down if you want, but yeah, that's it. I mean, 5th year options. Do we have any? No. Okay. Alright. So I think first I'm going to re-sign Roger McCreary. He's going to be in our future more. He's more important long term. So let's do 5 years, 7.5 and 6.5. Oh, you bitch. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to franchise tag him. But we're gonna do that last. Okay, now we're gonna get Kyle Pitts. Please, just accept, you bitch. 7 years, 5.5 and 11. I'll do 6 actually. Accept. Bro, no way. Oh, God. We gotta keep McCreary. So I guess Pitts is gonna go in free agency. We can try and get him in free agency, but... fuck me. Okay. Now... Oh, wait. Skronsky's just the 5th year option. Okay. Honestly, no. I'm fine with re-signing him next year. I think we have enough cap for next year. Shit, was I thinking to keep a money hooker? Yes, yeah, I was. So let's sign a money hooker real quick. Let's do 3 years, 4.5 and 3.5. And he wants to sign W. Alright. Oh, we actually have so much left over. We're gonna let Lloyd Cushenberry walk and Chidobe Awuzie. Same with AJ Dillon. We're definitely gonna have to keep Chigoziem Okonkwo. So let's do 5 years, 3 mil, and 5 mil. He wants to be here, and he's accepted. W. Alright, now we're definitely gonna franchise tag Roger McCreary. Okay, wait, actually, we're gonna sign Treylon Burks real quick. 4 years, 6 mil, and 5 mil. He doesn't really want to be here, so I should do 5.5 and 6.5. I'm not actually up to 5 years. Boom, and he wants to sign. Alright, W. Now, let's franchise tag 18 mil. shit. So I'm thinking of literally just getting Pitts, honestly. We already have Chickasima Conquest. If we lose McCreary, we're fucked. Completely fucked. So, yeah, we're doing that. Franchise tag. Now we're just going to have to get Pitts in free agency. We're not going to be able to because we have no money. So, we lost him, sadly. And we're going to let these guys walk. The rest of these guys. Actually, I might re-sign one or two of these guys. Nobody's catching my eye right now. Because most of them don't want to be here. And I want to overpay a shit can. Maybe Malik Willis, honestly. Only like 6 mil. Have a good backup. Yeah. Let's do 5 years, 1.5, and 1.5. And he is signed. W. Alright, now we have not much money. I'm gonna look into salaries, and I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna cut anybody. I'm planning on trading away Hassan Reddick. He only regrets like 1 overall, and he's still insane. He still has superstar X Factor. But I'm planning to draft an edge in this class. This class is stacked with edges, and we have a 2nd overall pick. Because remember that trade that I made a while ago for in 2026 or 2027 pick, a 1st round pick. It was when we dropped down from number 1 overall. So yeah, we have 2 1st round picks this draft. So I'm definitely gonna use that first one on an edge, and then that second one on a safety, and move McCreary down to corner. That's my plans, and hopefully we can execute. Alright, before free agency, I made a trade. I'm sending George Watkins, Calvin Ridley, and something Dowell, C. Dowell, to the Panthers for a 1st round pick in 2028, bro. I'm probably not going to be, like, the video's going to be probably finished after this season. Yeah, I'm going to end the video, but yeah, this will be the last season, probably, last year. Unless we do, like, get 1st rounded. But yeah, a 1st round pick. I could have, like, no, I barely got this. I had to have Dowell just because it was literally a sliver away. So, I mean, if I tried doing, like, 2027, probably would not. I would only be able to get, like, a 2nd and a 3rd, or maybe a 2nd and a 4th. But still, this is a W trade. Backup players for a 1st round fucking pick. Let's go, bro. Alright, we're basically going all in to win this Super Bowl this upcoming season. We got Kyle Pitts back, and we signed Ronnie Stanley. Y'all will see the O-line and, like, how I moved around some pieces. Yeah, you guys will see the roster before year number 4, and after the draft, obviously. But, yeah, these are some great additions. And we keep Kyle Pitts here, bro. Absolute W in my book. Alright, I am moving up to get the best safety in the class. The details include I'm giving up a 3rd round this draft, or a 3rd and a 4th this draft, and a 2nd round pick in 2028. I mean, I'm not gonna be around, like, this video is gonna, yeah, like, we're not, this is probably gonna be our last season, so 2028, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm not gonna, we still have 2 1st round picks in 2028, so we left in a pretty good shape. But, you know, just why not? And we move up like 13 picks, so it's great. And now we can draft an insane player who is like a. I did like. Okay, I'm just gonna say they are insane. That's all I'll say. And here are the overalls. This is my first time looking at him. Age is 78. Yes, sir. He said it was top 5 talent. He was a top 5 talent. So W. He has head and dev too. And then the guy I moved up for, 75 with head and dev, and he will be our starter. Then we got a tight end in this early 2nd round, 74 overall. Then an off-ball linebacker, 62, and a center, 63. Cunningham, I think he has head and dev, which is an absolute W, 4600 XP. W. He's just gonna be the 2nd string. There's no way we're gonna. He's not gonna be starting over fucking whatever his name is, Kyle Pitts. How could I not think of his name? It's crazy. But okay. Yeah, actually, I'll just show y'all once I move everybody around, what our roster looks like heading into year number 4. Hopefully, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a lot better than it has ever been so far, which is an absolute W. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. The best player in the class was our player. I mean, there's 3 that tied up, but we got one of the best players in the class. Then it's the wide receiver I saw him, and he looked good. But yeah, we didn't really need him. And then there was Cameron at 9, but you know, he was too early. He looks really good, but yeah. Then there's a couple of 77s. Then next, I think we had 75 and then 74. Yeah, okay, right here. All right, so we did pretty well, I'd say. We got literally the best player in the class, basically. Yeah, I'd say that is definitely a W. And these classes have honestly been really stacked. I'll be honest. All right, this is what the roster looks like heading into year number 4. Its offense is not horrible. Like, the O-line is insane. Tight end is insane. Wide receivers are great. But QB and running back are some holes. There are some holes there. I mean, it's not like holes, but they're just not great. They're good, but not great. And then here is the defense. I moved Jeffrey Simmons to D tackle so that the rookie can start, and I don't have to trade away either of them. So all 3 of them can start. Sadly, Gervon Dexter will not start, but he is not developing anymore. He stopped developing, so who gives a shit, honestly. Then yeah, Shivers is at free safety. I'm gonna have since we're trying to go for the Super Bowl, I'm gonna have Pete Warner start actually. But yeah, that's the defense, and then for the offense, the reason the O line looks so weird is I moved Skoronski from right guard to center. Moved Taylor Decker from left tackle to right guard. And that's really it. It's actually pretty simple. But yeah. Hopefully we can do well in year number 4. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the midseason mark, and hopefully we're like undefeated. Hopefully. But yeah. I guess we're gonna have to see. Alright, at the midseason mark. We are 5-1. We just had our bye, and now we're gonna go against the Chiefs in Kansas City. So this is gonna be fun. But yeah, there's no way I'm gonna trade for anything or trade away any players. Probably not. Let's look at the stats just to see. Let's see this. Brett Hartman has almost 1,350 yards, 16 TDs, 3 picks. That is an insane ratio, and he is a QB of the future and a day 1 starter. Yes, sir. He has a 76% pass completion percentage. That is actually crazy. 9.4 average yards too. Only sacked 5 times out of 7 games, bro. Oh my gosh. Or 6 games actually. 6 games since we just had our bye. But yeah, insane so far by Brett Hartman. Wow. Then rushing, Tyjae Spears almost has 400 yards with 1 TD, and he's almost a 5. He's never even ever really been close, but hey, he's close now. And then Josh Woodley, the rookie last year, has just over 300 yards and 3 TDs with a 3.6 average. He looks like more of a power back. Tyjae Spears sucks at power back. He's an elusive back. Brett Hartman has almost 80 yards with 0 TDs, about a 4 average. Little less than 4. And that's rushing. Now receiving. Gabe Albury has almost 400 yards and 3 TDs with an 18 average. That is insane. Then Devin Fields with 300 on the dot with 5 TDs. Then Kyle Pitts with almost 300 and 3 TDs. And then last but not least, Traylon Burks with almost 200 and 1 TD. So it's very spread out. Gabe Albury, though, wow, in his 2nd year. Insane. Excuse me. Alright, now let's look at defense. Alright, Roger McCurry has the most tackles with 31. Then it's Steve Sawyer with 29. And the L'Jarius Sneed with 28. Bro, 2 corners in the top 3. That's actually insane. 3 corners in the top 4. That's crazy. Okay. Tackles for loss. Hassan Reddick has a 5. Jeffrey Simmons with 4. Willie McNeil 4. And Rashad Stevenson with 4. Now with QB sacks, Hassan Reddick has 5.5. Jeffrey Simmons with 4. Elaine McNeil with 3.5. And then Rashad Stevenson with 1.5. So for Rashad Stevenson, doesn't have the greatest stats. I feel like out of all rookies, though, he probably got like second or something for defensive rookie of the year if he finished like this type of numbers. But interceptions, Drew Tranquil has 2. Then L'Jarius Sneed with 2, and then a lot of other guys with 1, including Steve Sawyer, and then just all these guys. And that is the defensive stats. Not horrible, but not great. Offensive stats, insane, but defensive stats, not the greatest. And then here are the team stats if you guys are curious about those. Points scored, doesn't even tell us. That's nice. W. Points allowed, 3rd. Oh my gosh. Yeah, our defense has been insane. Wow. But I think that's it. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season now. Hopefully we got the number 1 seed and we can get a bye. That's what we can hope for, but it's probably not going to happen. But hopefully it does. Alright, at the end of the season, we are 12-5. We did not get the number 1 seed, but we're still in the playoffs and we're going against the Jags. We almost got the number 1 seed, but the Chargers got it. By 1 game, I'm pretty sure. Or it could have been literally the same record, who knows. Probably 1 game, though. I think they went 13-4. But yeah, them at number 1, us at 2, Ravens at 3, Bills at 4, Chiefs at 5, Raiders at 6, Jags at 7, excuse me, and that's the AFC. Now for the AFC, number 1 are the Packers, number 2 49ers, number 3 Eagles, number 4 Panthers, number 5 Cowboys, number 6 Giants, and number 7 are the Lions. 2 teams that are first round buys you would never expect, the Chargers and the Packers. Maybe the Packers, but the Chargers, damn, they have some cap issues. But I guess getting rid of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams really helped them out. But let's look at the stats. And let's see how well Brett Hartman did. Ooh, not horrible. Almost 3,900 yards, 38 TDs, 13 picks. No, that's insane. That's like a 3-to-1. Yeah, about a 3-to-1. 72% pass completion percentage. 8.7 yards per attempt. Only sacked 21 times. Before it was 5, and it went up 16 in like 10 games. Wow. 21's still very low, but wow. Rushing, Tyjae Spears had about 950, almost 1,000, with 6 TDs. Josh Woodley at just over 600 yards and 8 TDs. Then Brett Hartman was just over 200 and 0 TDs. Oh, Tyjae Spears did fumble once. Alright, receiving, Gabe Albury had just over 900 and 11 TDs. Traylon Burks with almost 850 and 3 TDs. And then Devin Fields with just over 813 TDs. And then last but not least, Kyle Pitts, who had almost 700 yards and 6 TDs. Not bad, very, very spread out, except for the TDs. TDs are not as spread out, but yeah, the yards are definitely very spread out. Now, defensively, Roger McCreary had the most tackles with 91, then Steve Sawyer with 89, and then Darren Sims with 79. Now for tackles for loss, Hassan Reddick had 15, Rashad Stevenson with 15, and Jeffrey Simmons with 14. Okay, Rashad Stevenson, his rookie year, he's probably winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. 58 tackles total. 15 tackles for loss and 5.5 sacks. Not bad at all. Sacks though, Hassan Reddick had 12.5. Jeffrey Simmons with 8. He did miss a couple games, and then Rashad Stevenson with 5.5. Yeah, Jeffrey Simmons is either just came back or is coming back next week. I don't know. And then Ronnie Stanley's out for all the playoffs. By the way, yeah, our starting left tackle. Woohoo! Interceptions. L'Jarius Sneed ended off with 5. Then Roger McCreary with 3, Amani Hooker with 3, and some other guys with 2, and 2 guys with 1. Damian Shivers, as a rookie, had 52 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 pick. Not insane, but decent. 17, or no, not man. No, 3 pass deflections. I was about to say 17 pass deflections. Damn, I was just reading the wrong thing. Wait, I thought he was forced to fumble, but that was Hassan Reddick. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's definitely not winning defensive rookie of the year. But yeah, those are the stats. Here are the team stats: offensive yards 11th, defensive yards 2nd. All right. Points scored 5th, and the points allowed. We were 3rd before. Now we're 2nd. Wow, we are performing really well, but against the Jags, we've lost. Like I think we've lost both times. I think. Not sure, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade the players, and then we will simulate this game, and hopefully we will win. Alright, I upgraded the players. Now let's simulate, and hopefully we can beat the Jaguars. But please, fucking please, bro. Yes, 28-10, and now we're facing the Ravens. Oh, this is gonna be fun. But playoff bracket. The Ravens beat the Raiders 28-21. Bills beat the Chiefs, wow, 28-20. Then for the NFC, Packers, or no, what? Lions beat the 49ers 24-10. The Eagles beat the Giants 28-7. And the Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-24. I mean, the Cowboys always suck in the playoffs, so that actually makes sense. So now my expectation is Packers, Eagles, and... Or my prediction. My prediction, Packers, Eagles, and Chargers, Titans. But I guess we're going to have to find out. I can see AFC going anyway. I can see the Ravens winning. I can see the Bills winning. I can see any team winning. But I guess we're going to have to see. Please, man. I actually got to upgrade the players, and then we will simulate. Hopefully we can win. Hopefully we can make it to the Super Bowl. Alright, let's simulate once again. Please. Please, we have not gone on the championship fucking once. Please. Yes! Let's go, man. 30-24. Holy shit. Are we going to make a run? Oh, no. Please be a backup. Please be a backup. Oh, that's fucking great. That's fun. Yeah, Ronnie Stanley and both. Yeah, Ronnie Stanley and IJ Spears are out for the entire playoffs. Let's go, man. Let's go. Oh, we are hurt like a motherfucker. But hopefully we can win this game. Yeah, this is what our roster's looking like now. Oh gosh, I think I'm at that. Oh, I can't trade for a running back. Should I just move a wide receiver to running back, honestly, though? Yeah, I moved a Concord to wide receiver so he wouldn't go over Cunningham, because a couple times he went over Cunningham, and I want him to develop as much as I can. In case I do another do. I'm such a child, but I might do an extra year. I might. Okay, so if we lose this game right here, I probably will. Yes. Yeah, okay, I'll see how long this video would be after this year, and if it is more than an hour and a half already, I am not doing it. But, oh yeah, we got Olympic Neal and Jeffrey Simmons back. But, if we win, that's going to be the end of this video. But yeah, if it's less than an hour and a half and we lose this week, then I will do an extra year. But please, let us just win, so I don't even have to worry about that. And actually, let me do a reshuffle, because I took Darren Sims off of slot corner because I wanted to play safety since Amani Hooker was hurt. I'm just going to do that. Boom. Alright. So now Darren Sims is in the slot. Alright. Gabe Albury. Alright. God, I'm so nervous. Please, for fuck's sakes. Please. Please. I'm praying right now. Please. No! We lose 34-28. We got a weekly award, though. Drew Tranquil, 10 tackles. Ooh, crazy. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Wow. Here, let's see the stats, honestly, for that game real quick. I'm curious if this is the end of the rebuild. I'll y'all know in like 30 seconds right after I look at this. But What were the stats? Was it because of rushing? Yo, why Malik Willis? Fucking dude. Oh, he only had one play. Alright. Brett Hartman with 247 and 3-1. Not horrible. Actually pretty good, honestly. 20 for 29. Oh my gosh. He did so well. Then rushing wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. Yeah. Jesus. Then receiving, Gabe Avery had a great game. What went wrong? I think we just didn't score enough points. Yeah, just couldn't score enough. And our defense. Defense did not do as well. Could not hold the points back. But yeah, I will let y'all know if we do an extra year. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll just let y'all know. Okay, I have decided to just in the rebuild there. We did very well. Like, yes, year 1-16. But then year after that, 12-5. Year after that, 12-5. Year after that, 12-5. Like, we did insanely well. This roster has been insane for 3 years, and it can still be insane. There's no pieces that we lost. We have an insane franchise QB. Well, not insane, but franchise QB, stacked team. My plans, though, if this offseason were to try and find another running back. But yeah, draft a safety to replace or Amani Hooker. I always say Malik Hooker, but I mean Amani Hooker. Replace Amani Hooker. And then maybe in like the second or third round, go for a off-ball linebacker because fucking these two are old as shit. Steve Sawyer's the only good off-ball linebacker, really. I mean, he's still good, but he's old as fuck. He's 31. And then yeah, I was gonna get rid of, or once Hassan Reddick regressed, I would get rid of him. And then put Jeffrey Simmons back at left end, put Stevenson on right end, keep McNeil and Dexter and have them start. And just try and re-sign everybody. Here, let's look at the players. You guys know if I want a player to stay, how the player is going to stay. But let's see here. The players that would re-sign are McCreary, 100%. L'Jarius Sneed for 1 year or 2 years because he's still a 90 fucking overall. He might regress to an 88 after like the end of the Super Bowl. But I definitely keep Len McNeil, Skoronsky. I honestly would not prioritize Tyjae Spears, so I'm fine with letting him go because if there's no other good running backs, then I guess we can just go back, try and get him in free agency, which will be a little hard, but I mean, worst case scenario, we just have to draft our running back in like the second round. Definitely keep Gavon Dexter. Let go of Taylor Decker, honestly. He's still really good, but he's about to regress to like an 83. So, I mean, he wants to be here. I mean, if I had extra money, maybe. But I don't think I'd have extra money after signing all these other guys. But, yeah, we are in a great position. We did not win a Super Bowl, but we got awfully close. And if we continue this, I bet we would in the next, like, couple years. But it is an hour and 40 minutes in right now. And, yeah, I'm not trying to make this a 2-hour video. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next rebuild or just video in general. But, yeah. See you guys in the next video, and peace out.